I talked to Manny on the phone, and he wants to fight one more time.
He wants to fight one more time?
He does. The kid can fight because he had speed and he had power, and it's very, very hard to get those two together.
At that size.
Yeah.
They thought it was over, that the final bell had already rung on one of boxing's greatest stories. The man who once made giants look small, who brought down legends with fast punches and footwork that didn't make sense, was done. After his 2021 loss to Yordenis Ugas, Manny Pacquiao left the ring and entered politics, giving fans memories instead of hope. But now, in a twist worthy of a documentary, he's back at 46. His knees have survived 1,000 rounds, and his hands still chase destiny. Why come back when everyone says it's too late? Why chase a dream most believe is over? Because one man believes the fire never went out. Freddie Roach, the Hall of Fame trainer and quiet genius behind some of boxing's biggest nights. He's seen Pacquiao do things science can't explain, and now he sees it again. He says, Manny can beat Mario Barrios, not just survive, not just go the distance, beat him. And if Freddie Roach says it, history shows we should listen. This isn't just a comeback. It's a challenge to time, logic, and everything we believe about aging fighters. Roach is holding the door open for one more war, because to him, Pacquiao never stopped being great. He just took a break. It started as whispers, a blurry clip of him hitting mitts, then a clearer video. Pacquiao in full gear, shadowboxing at
A few seconds of blurry mitt work leaked online.
wild card. No big announcement, no press release, just speed, movement, and that familiar rhythm. Suddenly, fans who had moved on were staring at their screens, asking the same question. Is he coming back? He hadn't fought in years. He had become a senator, a philanthropist, almost a living statue. Most people thought he'd spend his later years shaking hands, not shaking the boxing world again. Throwing the loss to Ugas felt like the final chapter, not because Manny looked bad, but because he looked tired. But warriors don't retire just because they're tired. They stop only when there is nothing left to fight for. Now, there is something to fight for. Mario Barrios is tall, strong, young, and dangerous. A rising name in the welterweight ranks after dominating Ugas. Yes, the same Ugas who beat Manny. And that is where the story changes. That win put Barrios on the map, but he didn't ask for it. Roach and Pacquiao planned to rewrite the story. The media questioned everything. Why would Manny do this at 46? Is it desperation? Ego? But Roach doesn't work for drama. He shut down those questions with one line. He's not doing this for money. He's doing it because he knows he can win. That's not blind loyalty. It's 20 years of experience. Roach has seen Pacquiao fight battles that would have broken others, from Barrera to Marquez to Thurman. He was there when the world doubted Manny, and every time.
And Roach, with that same quiet fire in his voice, is betting it all on the man who built his name throwing fists so fast the cameras could barely keep up.
Manny proved them wrong. This isn't a midlife crisis. It's unfinished business. And Roach, with quiet fire in his voice, is betting everything.
If Manny Pacquiao is the fire, Freddie Roach is the match that lit it. Their story isn't just about trainer and fighter, it's about belief.
On the man who built his name throwing fists so fast the cameras couldn't keep up. Barrios may be younger, taller, and fresher, but he's about to face something he's never seen before. Not just a fighter or a legend, but a storm that never quits. If Manny Pacquiao...
He fought tough, but not smart. And when the lights faded, he stayed in the sport because he had nowhere else to go.
That is the fire. Freddie Roach is the match that lit it. Their story isn't just trainer and fighter. It's about belief. Roach has Parkinson's disease. He shakes when he talks, sometimes softly, sometimes not at all. But when he steps into the ring... Pads on, everything stills. That's not medicine. It's purpose. Before he was Manny's trainer, Roach was just another fighter with bad hands and worse luck. He fought hard, but not smart. When the lights faded, he stayed in boxing because he had nowhere else to go. That's how Wildcard Gym was born. 4 walls, sweat-soaked mats, and stubbornness that wouldn't quit. Then one day, a shy, wiry kid from the Philippines walked in, barely speaking English. But when he hit the mitts, Roach felt it in his bones. Lightning. Over 2 decades later, Roach watches Pacquiao with the same focus, and that's why people listen when he speaks. Freddie doesn't lie. He's told Manny not to fight before. He's walked fighters into retirement when their legs were gone and reflexes dulled. But not this time. Not with Manny. He isn't saying maybe. He's saying he can beat Barrios. He's sharp, strong, and smarter now than ever before. This part is key because Roach isn't counting on Manny to out-youth Barrios. He's counting on him to outthink him. This isn't the same Pacquiao who fought wildly without care. This is the new, improved version. Still fast.
Mario Barrios is not a soft target. He's not a setup. He's not some hand-picked stepping stone to make a legend look good on his way out.
Still unorthodox, but now careful and smart. Behind that smartness is Roach, meticulous, tough, and honest. When others see 46 years old, Roach sees 12 rounds full of data, angles, and patterns. He notices how Barrios drops his left hand after the hook, and how he moves straight back. Roach sees not just a way to win, but a plan already happening. For Roach, this fight isn't just another paycheck. It's the final part of a story.
Huge right hand. The jab. There's that.
Story he's been working on for over 20 years. A big finish that ends with Barrios on the ground. Barrios is not easy to beat. He's not weak or a stepping stone for a legend to look good. He's the real deal. Young, tall, tough, and strong in close fights. At 5'10", with a 71-inch reach, he is a natural welterweight who slowly pushes his opponents back with quiet confidence. He beat Yordenis Ugas clearly, which made people notice him as a serious threat. But here's the catch. Beating Ugas doesn't mean you're ready for Pacquiao, especially the Pacquiao trained by Freddie Roach. Roach doesn't see Barrios as a mountain to climb. He sees him as a maze to solve, and mazes can be solved. Barrios is careful, but not unpredictable. His jab is good, but always comes from the same place. His body moves strong, but is easy to see coming. Roach calls this methodical.
Punches landed. Very close.
Which means there are weaknesses. Barrios has the tools, but Roach is looking for the gaps. His feet don't keep up with his hands, and he is flat when he resets. Manny is very good at using these weaknesses. Watch Barrios' fights, and you will see it. He moves forward well, but when he has to move sideways or fight while moving back, his timing gets weak. That is a problem against a fighter like Pacquiao, who lives on sharp angles and quick moves. There is one more thing. Barrios has never fought someone who moves like Manny. Not just fast, but chaos-controlled and smart chaos. Most fighters get confused when they cannot find their target. Barrios gets tense and mechanical. Look at how close Manny's punches land. That is the real danger. Barrios is going into a fight where his usual rhythm will be destroyed by movement he is not ready for. Roach knows it, Manny knows it. If Barrios cannot change his style during the fight, something he has never done before at this level, he will not survive the storm. He will drown in it. At 46, you don't train harder, you train smarter. That is the rule Freddie Roach teaches, quietly, in the corners of Wildcard. The days of sparring 8 rounds with... Now, Manny trains with 3 different partners back-to-back. Every minute matters. Every punch has a purpose. Every session ends not with tiredness, but with careful thinking. Manny used to be the gym's wild energy, hitting heavy bags hard,
Because when time isn't on your side, science has to be.
shadowboxing like his life depended on it, running extra miles just to get exhausted. But this training camp is different.